Yo yo yo, all my game musicians out there, this is the obnoxiousoboe, double O sharp for short, and welcome back to Let's Play realMyst Masterpiece Edition. Oh boy, was that a headache trying to get back to this elevator. Again, this place makes it very easy for you to get lost, and especially this whole area, this whole network of just tree houses. Just again, there's kind of a reason why I do not care too much for this age. Again, it's overly tedious. You have to just kind of work your way through here to try to get back to where you were or where you're trying to get at. But yeah, we can't do anything in this elevator yet because... three guesses what? Water power, maybe? Are we supposed to direct water power to this thing? Well, let's actually go back down to what I'm guessing to be the staircase, but yeah, here we... oh yeah, that's pretty cool. We get to see some of the trees in full bloom as we descend down to that. Yeah, here we go. We're back to the swamps. We're back to the annoying bird chirps. So now we can unlock this door, which we couldn't really unlock before from this side. So now we need to direct power over to this hose, this pipe. So, let's do this, and as you can probably tell, we no longer have water running through this pipe, so we have to direct power to this part of the walkway, so then hopefully, yes, see, as you can probably tell there's a pulley, and that should now direct, and you can hear that humming too, that should direct power straight to the elevator. So let's go all the way back up. Let's ascend back to Hellsville, because oh my god, this is worse than the Forever Forest in Paper Mario. Even though the Forever Forest really wasn't all that bad, because at least with the Forever Forest it had hints guiding you to where you were supposed to go. Here, however, there's only one way that could help you, and that is the Channelwood Journal back on Myst Island. And yeah, unless if you didn't take a clear snapshot of that, or unless if you have the strategy guide, you are pretty much out of luck. So yeah, reason why I kind of hate Channelwood. Okay, so what exactly is on the third level? Okay, so we're right now high up into the stratosphere, it looks like, because the wind is getting louder. Oh yeah, look at, I mean, you can hear that full blast. Do I have the volume turned down? Yeah, it's pretty low. Oh, yeah, guess what this is. Oh, here we go. Say hello to this. So yeah, that was Ekinar in one of his other hologram projections. And this is very fucked up shit right here. Just candles. Where is it? I think there's also a hanged up corpse in here too. Or maybe I was mistaken, but yeah. This music is very, very disconcerting. We have this thing, which don't you dare touch, because it'll do that. Yeah, that was probably used for sacrifice. Yeah, very, very bad shit here. Very bad indeed. This will bring us to where now? Oh yeah, I think that's Ekinar's place. I want to go to Circe. Yeah, let's actually go to Ekinar's place first. And this wind is getting to be very... getting to be very... just growing on me. So, like always, here's Ekinar's bedroom, if you can call it that, because it looks more like a shack to me, just bare bones. We have a pair of tweezers, it looks like. Actually, those are either tweezers or pliers. There's a blade of some sort. Nails. It looks more like a shack than anything, and a workable light bulb that is still apparently on. They're wasting electricity here. Boy, I kind of wonder how their electricity bill is running here. But then again, we're dealing with Myst, we're dealing with Dunny, so I don't think they really have bill collectors at all. And this looks like, there's the page, and there is what looks to be a hologram projector. I wonder if this may have any direct linking to the middle shack there. So this is the same message we heard. Chewbacca. It is me trying to imitate Jabba the Hutt to, doing a bad job of it. This one is... Ooh. More like a... Okay. Are you done? So yeah, more like a close-up of Frank Zappa's mouth. Third button is... Swati. Chunao. Again, me trying to speak Huttese to basically no avail. And fourth one is... What the hell?
I hope I pushed the right button. Very
Cirrus?
interesting device, dear brother. I'm not erasing anything important, am I? He is preparing. Remember, take only one page.
So yeah, that wasn't very disturbing at all. So what did he mean by take only one page? Surely that must mean something, and this is definitely not a bed. It looks more like a very uncomfortable looking cot. Again, these brothers really parallel themselves to a great deal. And whoa, okay. So yeah, that was Ekinar's room in a nutshell. Where is Cirrus's room now? I do see something off in the distance, but it could be just my imagination. But let's just... Well, actually, yeah, never mind. Let's go back to Cirrus's room. Or let's go to Cirrus's room because we have never gone back to it. Because we have never visited it. So yeah, this is looking more like a palace than anything. So yeah, as you can probably tell, this looks more grandeur than the other one. So, is anybody home? Okay, so say hello to what is arguably the best variation of Cirrus's theme. Just with... Come on, let's hear it, let's hear it. Can we hear the bongos? Yeah, here we go, there's the bongos. I like bongo drums in general, and just the addition of... Again, Robin Miller did all this on keyboard, so... He did it all on MIDI keyboard, and it sounds really nice, so... Yeah, you can probably tell there was a street fight in here. There's one table, and there's this thing. There is this thing right here, so yeah, when I played the original version, it looked a lot worse. It looked more like a rock more than anything, but when I first played this game, I thought it looked like burnt. It looked like a burnt piece of pizza. And then my mom was just kind of looking at it, and she was thinking, "Oh, it may be just a rock because it looks more like a rock more than anything." And yeah, sure. It turned out that I thought for a long time that it was a rock. It wasn't a piece of pizza, or it wasn't a piece of cake. It was just a rock until I watched the Dylandos version, and he said it was looking more like moldy cheese, and that actually looks a lot more like moldy cheese than anything. So I will now take his word for it, and yeah, that does look kind of disgusting. Definitely inedible. So note to self: if you're gonna, before you have a fight with your brother, be sure to finish your cheese before you, or be sure to throw it out before you decide to leave the age, because that does look disgusting. And that is a gyroscope or something like that. A quill, because 19th century. And oh yeah, for the record, the other drawer had nothing, so. This one, however, has the red page and 3 more small vials of stuff. I don't know if that's ink or whatever, but... And there's wine. There's a bed, of course. 3 finished up wine bottles. This one has a dagger and another wine bottle. And this contains something a lot more useful. Do you recognize that? So I think that is the second half of the note that was torn up and that we found in Akinar's room back on Stone Ship. So this is probably the final clue to whatever it is that we're supposed to do here. So anyway, TED in very plain view on Myst, and access can be illy if the simple loud. First locate switches on the island, so that kind of gives us a clue there. F these switches to the end. Yeah, F these switches. Definitely not. So anyway, F these switches to the N, go to the dock, and the marker switch, E off position. So I'm guessing that is the off position, so we have to turn all the marker switches off and leave one running? I don't know. But yeah, here's another. I love how we can stand on the bed. There's a sink, just a little basin here, with what looks like a toothbrush and stuff like that, and very good view. So now, with all that being said and done, let's now leave this house and just put our past behind us. Okay, so we will have to go back up here, much to our chagrin, to retrieve Akinar's page. But before we go back to the elevator, let's check out one final thing here. So, remember that hologram projector? I wonder if this may have changed the message in this room. Yep.
I hope I pushed the right button. Very interesting device, dear brother. I'm not erasing anything important, am I? He is preparing. Remember, take only one page.
Right. So anyway. So yeah, that was a different message than before. So good thing I actually did that. Now, without further ado, let us go back down. Let's see if we can find a way to. Let's see if we can find a way to get back home. And before we do anything, let's just close the elevator door, why don't we? And yeah. The final thing here, and this is probably going to be the most annoying of them all. finding the path to the Myst book itself. So, yeah, this is probably going to take some exploring here, but we can actually find some inkling as to where it may be hidden. So, anyway, let's go back down to the water tower device. Redirect power to the other elevator that took us to the Hell Village. This time directing power back to over here. And just kind of going down this trail and see that, yeah, I directed power to this. However, we still haven't explored this part of the swamp. So let's actually just do that. And okay, so as you can probably... Okay, we have what looks to be a device of some kind. And we also have a dead end. It looks like a dead end. Yeah, so there's a pipe that ends straight down to the marsh. So surely that must mean something. If there's some kind of lever there, and if there's also a... Well, let's just see. Let's just see where this... If we actually redirect power to this interconnected network of pipes. So anyway, let's go back to over here. And let's direct power northward, or, you know, whichever direction this is going. Let's go to the lever itself. And let's not spit into my laptop, like, you know, Peter Pettigrew. And this should take us, hopefully... Yep, you can still hear water flowing through the pipes, all the way to this lever here, which is directing power. And we... There we go! Reveal thyself, bridge! So that is a hidden bridge. That'll bring us to... nothing. So that was all a waste. However, we do see another elevator there. I have a sneaky suspicion that that elevator may house the Myst linking book. Question is, however, how exactly do we direct power to said elevator when the pipes end to the cranking device? Should we redirect power to someplace else, maybe? Evidently, we need to do something else here. Okay, so maybe, just maybe, we may need to direct power now to... back over here to this fork. Oh, the sound of water. It can drive you nuts if you just keep hearing it at the right time. Okay, so anyway. Is there something that is worth the value? Oh! What do we have here? Something that looks rather useful down here. Could this be it? Aha! So that may be useful. Let's actually go all the way back, though. All the way to the other side. Because, again, China wood definitely is not very tedious at all. Even though we can no longer hear water power flowing down this pipe, I think we can still crank whatever it is on the other side of that. Other side of that bridge. So, Let's just do that. Let's just, you know, not fast forward at all. Yeah, Jesus Cripes. Jesus Bull Cripes. This is a bit of a long trek. I wish we could have. I wish there was a running option. I could probably try the classic point and click method, but I actually kind of prefer this movement style. It makes me a lot more animate. Yeah. However, will this work? Will I have to direct power to this thing? Nope. Turns out that's totally manual. Aha! We found it. Eureka, we found it. We found it, Johnson. Oh yes, we found the key to end all keys. And man, was that a pain in the ass. So, yeah, here we go. We're back here. We're back to this elevator. To... all the way up. Going up. To... that one house that that was just inaccessible, but is still in this very village. So, yeah. That lone house housed this linking book, so... there we go. That will end our journey. That will finally end our journey. My God, was that a pain in the neck. Again, China Wood is not very bad.